Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's up, folks? It is Will again with Exposing the IWC. And today, we're doing that stream that I've been avoiding for the last, 3 months? It's time. Let's just do it, okay? I'm talking about ranking the women in the WWE from S tier to D tier in terms of just in-ring talent, taking into account matches they've had over recent times. We're not talking about what happened back in the day, okay? We're talking about recent times within the last couple years, I guess. In-ring talent, psychology, selling, all the stuff that happens within the square circle. That's what we're ranking. We're not talking about promos, anything like that. Backstage segments, popularity, sales. None of that. We're talking about when the bell rings. There you go. That's a good way to describe it. We're ranking women based on what happens once the bell rings. So we'll talk about that here in a second. We'll end the stream with that. First, we're going to talk about Money in the Bank. A little bit about Money in the Bank with the men and the women's. I'm going to talk a little bit about Jacob Fatu, and then we'll dive completely into that stream about the women, ranking them in terms of in-ring. What's up, though? How you guys doing? Can you hear me? Is everything good? Is the stream all right? Is everything cool? You never know these days with technology. Let me make sure that is good. I think it is. I think we're good. But yeah, that's what we're talking about today. Oh boy, I thought I had everything figured out with the Money in the Bank. With the women, I did. Apparently, I don't know shit. That is the learning I've gotten over the last couple of days, that I don't really know shit when it comes to Triple H era. Triple H appears to be a little bit more unpredictable than old Vince, you know? I keep saying that over and over again, but I don't learn my lesson. Okay? Triple H is hard to predict, this man. He's weird. Whereas Vince McMahon was very by the book, very on the nose. So yeah, let's start. But Meltzer can't be trusted, man. No, he can't. Oh yeah, about that, a freaking Meltzer came out and said that Kayla Braxton might be considering going to AEW. She had to come out and shoot that crap down. Why would she leave the #1 company to go to AEW when she was featured heavily? She had to come out and squash that nonsense because Dave just be talking. Stuff like that makes me not want to give Dave the time of day in terms of his reporting, because he just says shit. He speculates and he sells it as news, or he'll take what's happening on TV that's obvious, like, oh, looks like they're heading towards Cody Rhodes against the Bloodline. Like, yeah, we can see that, Dave. It's obvious. Like, that's not news. You're not breaking any news. People are spending God knows how much money a month for his damn reports, when it's just he just watches the show and gives his speculation and calls it news. Madness, I tell you. But yeah, Triple H is pretty weird when it comes to his not weird, unpredictable. It's good, okay? Let's talk about what's happening right now with the Money in the Bank nonsense, okay? So if you've been living under a rock, you don't know what's going on here. I think the men right now, when it comes to the men, it's all about Jey Uso or bust for me, okay? Last Friday, Andrade won his match, Carmelo Hayes won his match, and Jey Uso won on Raw, right? So we have 3 spots still available here. From what I can tell right now, it's Jey Uso or bust, okay? He's the front runner until further notice, okay? I don't see anybody else yet that could see him booking to win that over Jey right now. He's the big face right now that everybody's excited about. You got the Fireflies, you got the cool entrance, you got the fans behind him, all the yeeting, yeet this, yeet that. Jey Uso is the man right now. Until further notice, he's a front runner. I don't care about anyone else in this damn match. What we have here is Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade right now. It looks to me that he's right now, when it comes to the men at least, he is trying to elevate the people who are like not mid-card, but folks who are haven't had their day yet, their big spot. This is the match where they get highlighted, put them in the ring together, have a good ladder match. Maybe they get some buzz, maybe they get some highlights, highlighting that level of tier. Jey Uso comes right there. He's the main eventer kind of right now, but he just haven't had that big win, that championship win. Has he won a single? Jey Uso hasn't won a singles title at all. Whether it be USA, by USA I mean United States, Intercontinental, none of that. So he's right there on the cuffs. So Money in the Bank could be a way to give Jey Uso that title that he's been coveting for so long. Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, these are younger guys. Well, not Andrade really, but Carmelo Hayes just got called up. Andrade just got called back in to the WWE from AEW. Want to give him a spotlight. So using the Money in the Bank to spotlight talent, cool. Right now, like I said, Jey Uso or bust. You pray Jey Uso doesn't win? Well, you might have to pray a little harder. Pray like Drew McIntyre prays. That's what we got to do. Whatever Drew McIntyre did to make CM Punk get injured, do that kind of praying. Because right now, I think Jey Uso is the favorite. You have the next match for qualifying here is this one. This match, your guess is as good as mine. Chad Gable was deemed out of competition because of the bullet shot in his head or his head wound. Now he's back in the match. What's going on there? Something screwy is going on here, man. Something funny is going on here. I don't know what's happening here. Whether it be Chad Gable being weird, or maybe it's going to be Adam Pearce that's being manipulated. Something's going on here that's Uncle Howdy related. This match is going to have a bunch of shenanigans. I don't know what's happening with Chad Gable and Adam Pearce right now. We'll talk about that later. Assuming I do stream tonight, Monday Night Raw, we'll talk about the happenings of Monday Night Raw and what's happening with Adam Pearce right now. Yeah, Adam Pearce might be being controlled by the freaking Wyatt Six right now. But anyway, Chad Gable, I have a hard time seeing him win this match considering what happened to him last week. Then who you got? Maybe Bronson Reed gets a highlight here, or maybe he rewards freaking Braun Strowman. I don't know. This match is up in the air between Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. I just don't see Chad Gable winning. That's all I can say. And even if Chad Gable does win, neither one of these people are winning the Money in the Bank. I don't see it. But that's just me. It's intriguing what's happening here, but I don't know. I just don't know. But either way, nobody see on the screen here. None of them are winning Money in the Bank. Then you have another match, which is LA Knight, Logan Paul, and Santos. I have a hard time seeing LA Knight and Logan Paul win this match because they have a program already heading towards SummerSlam. So this is very much Santos Escobar's moment. So I can see between Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Santos, and Jey Uso, these are people who don't have major programs right now, who are on the cusp of something in WWE. They want to elevate these talents. So this is Santos' world here. You think LA Knight gets in? I disagree. I think Santos gets in because Santos got embarrassed last week by going out there against LA Knight. So I think they're going to give him a reward here. He takes an L last week. This week he gets a win. Winning being, there's no way. What, LA Knight going to pin Santos? Maybe, but I think LA Knight, Logan Paul is kind of set in stone. And I think even if LA Knight were to win, Logan Paul would get the better of him. I don't think they want to have anyone get the better of the other one. I don't think they're going to have Logan Paul pin Santos or LA Knight pin Santos because they don't want to have anyone get the upper hand here within a match. So they both lose. You have Santos win. Santos probably pins LA Knight since they had Santos look like a bum last week getting hit with his finisher so easily, right? So they reward Santos here by having him pin LA Knight, and then you build towards SummerSlam. What's up, Pedro? Spoiler. Santos taking that spin. I think Santos is winning. Logan Paul going to Money in the Bank match. Again, this is Triple H, so I don't know. Triple H is weird. He's unpredictable. Any of these people could happen because of Triple H. I predicted Santos. Jay is not winning Money in the Bank. Logan, it will. Logan Paul is going to walk around with the Money in the Bank briefcase and the U.S. title. Then he's going to lose the U.S. title to LA Knight while still having the Money in the Bank, that might be overkill. Right now, going with Santos, but I can see any of these people winning because Triple H is weird. But I don't see Logan Paul winning the Money in the Bank and U.S. title. That's a Vince McMahon kind of booking, not Triple H kind of thing. I think the big match is LA Knight against Logan Paul for the U.S. title. Doesn't need any Money in the Bank stuff. Doesn't need anything weird like that. That's the match. I think both of them will be out of this match. I think Santos will get in, but I could be wrong because I've been wrong a couple times now. Triple H is weird. So when it comes to the men, it's still, as you can see here in the bottom screen here, it's still Jey Uso or not, you know? We still have another match for Raw next week, but we don't know what that it's going to be yet. Who knows what it will be? Maybe Braun Breaker? I don't know. Maybe not Braun Breaker in that match, but we'll have another three-way later on. Next week. We don't know what that is. That's the last one for the men and for the women, because SmackDown is going to be in Canada, and that's right before the PLE. They want to get it out of the way. So by next Monday, it has to be done. That's why we got 2 men's qualifying matches on SmackDown last week, because to kind of get it out of the way. So this week, SmackDown will have all the participants for SmackDown. Then we'll just have the last spot open for the men and women next Raw. And by then it's over. Then we'll know all of them by then. I don't think it's going to be a last chance qualifier. I think Monday is the last time we're going to have any matches. We'll have one more men's match for a triple threat match, and one more women's triple threat match, and that's it. That'll be it. Jey Uso on the poster. Well, to be fair, wasn't Seth and Becky Lynch on the poster last year and they both lost, right? Was Seth even in the match? I don't remember. I know Seth and Becky were both on the poster last year and they both lost. But Jey Uso is a heavy favorite right now. Last time a heel won it, that was Damian Priest. I could see Jey winning it. He have all the yeeting in the world, you know, all the yeet support from the crowd. I can see it. But I will say it's kind of unpredictable for the men as well as the women. Like I said before, no matter who wins this match, they're not winning. Gonna be a lot of Uncle Howdy shenanigans here, and I have Santos going in from here, cause it had Santos looking like a bum last week. Remember what happened on SmackDown? Santos went out there to confront LA Knight. What happened? He got hit with his finisher. It was kind of embarrassing for Santos. So the way you redeem Santos by having him advance. That's how you redeem him from being embarrassed on SmackDown. It was an embarrassing moment for Santos against LA Knight last week. It was embarrassing. I don't see LA Knight, because right now the story is LA Knight and Logan Paul. That's the feud. You put LA Knight in the match, you know what's going to happen. Logan Paul going to come out there and stop him from winning. Vice versa the same way. If Logan Paul goes out there for the match, LA Knight is going to cost him a match. So instead of just doing that nonsense, just have Santos take advantage of the feud that they have, and that'll be it. Let Santos have some shine here. This is a match where you got Santos, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Jey Uso. You have people who are not in big programs who are wanting to be highlighted. Let them have some shine in the match. That's what I would do. But yeah, we don't know what that last qualifying match for the men is. Who could be in it? I don't know. I would think Ilya Dragunov is not in it, because Ilya was going to replace Chad Gable here. So why the hell would he replace Chad Gable if he was already going to be scheduled to be in a match next week? Doesn't make sense. Who knows who'll be in that match? Who's on the Raw roster? Maybe Dijak? Dijak could have a highlight there. I don't know. Who else? Otis? Who am I forgetting on Raw? Maybe Dom be in that match? I don't know. Those are your options. Dom could be in that match on Raw. Then have not Logan Paul, but Liv Morgan come out there to screw him, or to try to, not screw him, but mess with him, you know. But either way, Ludwig Kaiser, that's a good option. Ludwig Kaiser could be in the match. With maybe Sheamus. That could work. Drew, Ilya, Karrion. Or maybe like Ludwig or Sheamus. Yeah, those are all good options. Either way, let's go with Ludwig, Sheamus, and Dom. I'll do that. If Braun's in that match, he has to win it, which is why I don't think he will. Braun is already kind of set up with the Sami Zayn storyline. Since that's kind of set in stone, this whole Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn thing, I don't think he needs to be in a Money in the Bank match. He already has his eyes set on Sami. Doesn't need Money in the Bank to get there. So that'll be it. All right, let's focus on the women. Now, before Dom wins Money in the Bank, nah. So I thought I had the women kind of figured out. Why? Well, Bianca and Chelsea Green and who else was in? Oh, Michin. I thought I had it figured out. I thought Bianca Belair was going to be Money in the Bank match, and Bianca Belair would be losing ultimately because she doesn't need it. It'll probably go to like a Naomi or something like that. Well, I was wrong because Chelsea Green won the match. Now, the women are unpredictable, for me at least. I don't know what's going on with Triple H and the women right now with this Money in the Bank match. I thought I knew, but I don't. I'm sure that Tiffany Stratton's not going to win because Tiffany Stratton is working under Nia Jax, and her winning Money in the Bank would completely undermine that dynamic. For story reasons, I don't see Tiffany winning. Lyra Valkyria is not going to win. Why? Because Lyra is feuding with Io Sky. She just went to the damn Queen of the Ring final. She doesn't need another big push like that right now. Io Sky won it last year. She's not winning this year. She's not winning back-to-back years. So that's three I can pretty much ignore. Io, Tiffany, Lyra. None of them. Chelsea Green is a legitimate option. Why? Because she can bring that fun. If he wants to go the comedy route, the fun route, then he could go with Chelsea Green. Nobody would bat an eye one bit. Nobody would complain if Chelsea Green won and he used it for comedy and for fun. You can spend an entire year having her trying to cash in, having her fail back and over again. It can be wacky fun. That's a possibility. I do not take the Chelsea Green Money in the Bank win seriously. I don't take it seriously in terms of booking. I don't see it like a really legitimate, oh, she wins, she's going to hold on for a long time. I don't see it that way. If she wins, it's a comedy thing, which is fine. But let's be clear about what it is. Let's not be naive here. If she wins this thing, it's going to be for fun, for funsies. Okay? That's perfectly fine. Yeah, a Carmella kind of win. Yes. I don't see her winning it and holding the belt for a long time. If anything, she may fail. That's just the honest truth. Now, there's some Chelsea Green truthers out there who may be mad about that. But the truth of the matter is, that's the honest truth, okay? Like, Chelsea Green is a comedy act. It's a comedy Money in the Bank win. It'd be comedy cash in. If she does win it, she's not going on a long reign, okay? So I don't care who's in her corner. I don't care if it's freaking Piper Niven. I don't care if she had 2 Piper Nivens, all right? It's not happening, all right? She'll probably fail. Like Maya said, she'll probably fail. All right, that's just how it is. But she's in it. So that's a possibility. They can just ignore storylines for the most part and go with funny. And that's all cool. So there's that option. We have a qualifying match tonight between Lyra, Kyrie, and freaking Shayna Baszler. Now, this is a pretty straightforward match. I already spoiled it. I said Lyra won't win, so I have her going in it, right? She's going to win this match. Shayna Baszler, she's cooking in NXT. She got a lot of work done down there. She doesn't need a Money in the Bank highlight right now. Kyrie Sane is in the storyline with Io Sky, where Io Sky is mad that they keep failing. The dynamic control has to change, or changing myself, right? That's what Io's saying. So that's the storyline. Kyrie has to fail here again to continue that story. Lyra is getting in. folks. Let me tell you that right now. Lyra, who's the top babyface on Raw, is getting in this. She has no championship win. She is someone who just got called up. They're going to highlight her. I see Lyra winning this. I'm 99.999% sure Lyra wins this. It's not going to be Shayna. It's not going to be Kyrie. All right? She's winning it. This match, at least. Not the Money in the Bank, but Lyra's getting in this match. You already know Io Sky's in the Money in the Bank match. Her and Lyra have a story here. They have an existing storyline. She will be in that match. Clear cut, simple. Lyra gets in. Next match here. Now, this is a little bit more tricky, I think. Now, Bianca Belair is not in that match because she lost to Chelsea Green last week. I do not think Jade is getting in. It would be the asinine decision to put Bianca Belair out of the match, but put Jade Cargill in the match, considering what happened last time we saw Jade in the ring, okay? Jade is not the best in the ring right now. We all know, no secret. Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? So why would you put her in the Money in the Bank match if she's going to lose again, right? She's going to lose, which means she's going to be knocked out or at some point in the ring because she's not going to watch the person climb to the ring, right? She's not going to watch somebody climb the ladder, right? That means she's going to be knocked out on the ground somewhere. Do you want Jade Cargill to be in that position where she's knocked out on the ground as she watches from the ground as someone climbs up the damn ladder? Probably not, okay? You don't want her in this match. You didn't want to put her in the damn chamber match. Why would you put her in the Money in the Bank ladder match? It's not happening. Jade has to lose this. And the question is, how then? Well, Tiffany Stratton, this past week they established that Tiffany and Nia Jax are in a bit of a tag team, or not a tag team, but they're friendly now. They're friends. They're helping each other out. Tiffany Stratton was talking to good old Michin. Michin went to slap her. Not went to slap her. She did slap her. After she blocked Tiffany's strike, you know what happened? Nia Jax came in and freaking took out Michin. They have established the storyline here that Michin is kind of like still feuding with Nia Jax, but Tiffany's got Nia Jax's back. So that's how it is. Nia Jax will be helping Tiffany, and Tiffany will be helping Nia Jax. I think after SummerSlam there'll be an actual tag team later on. But right now, just a partnership. They're hanging out with each other. They like each other. They're supporting each other. That's kind of it, right? I think Nia Jax will come down to the ring and help Tiffany. That's why, folks, this is the thing. It's all about storytelling. It's all about setup and payoff. Imagine if Candice wins, that'd be crazy. It's all about, yeah, you got it in IOI. It's all about setup and payoff. Why did they show us what they showed us last week? Why did they show us Tiffany Stratton being helped by Nia Jax to set up this match? That's why they did that. Tiffany needed help against Michin, and what happened? Nia Jax helped. Now she needs help in this match. Again, Nia Jax will help. That was the setup. This will be the payoff. Nia Jax will come down and help Tiffany. And that will protect Jade Cargill. Now you could say, what about Candice LeRae? It's Triple H. It's possible he might want to highlight Candice LeRae here. It's possible. But if you're making a decision between Candice LeRae and Tiffany Stratton, who are you putting in the Money in the Bank match? Who would the fans rather see? Probably Tiffany right now. I could see Candice LeRae. This is how I'll break it down. 80% Tiffany Stratton, 20% Candice LeRae. Okay, so I'll give her a little bit of chance because it's freaking Triple H. Triple H likes freaking Candice LeRae, so I'll give her a chance. But I have Nia Jax come down there and helping Tiffany, and Tiffany wins. But I'll give an outside chance for Candice LeRae. I can see it, but I will go with Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, Richard. 90-10, 80-20, that kind of thing. Yeah, Candice LeRae is talented. She's good. She's a good wrestler. She's good. But at this stage of the booking, Tiffany's kind of been off screen for a while. I think the fans would be upset if Tiffany did not get in this match. They really would. And I'm not talking about the Tiffany stands. I'm talking about the average viewer who's been waiting for Tiffany to get back on the screen in some kind of a significant way. I think it would be a mistake to have Tiffany out of this match. Let her have that, give her that spotlight. She has that athleticism. You know, she's a a bright star, flashy moves. You know, we see the freaking moonsaults, all the flashy aerial stuff. She can bring that to the match. All that explosiveness. Let her showcase that in this ladder match. I don't think she's gonna win. She's not gonna win because she has the Nia Jax storyline built in. But I think you should let her have this moment. But would I be mad about Candice LeRae? No. I'd be happy for her. Like, awesome for Candice LeRae. That's cool that you got that highlight. That'd be awesome for her. But for right now, I'm leaning towards Tiffany. And then that leaves the last one. Do you guys agree? Do you guys want to see, who do you want to see win the match? That's my question. Who do you want to see? Do you want to see Tiffany? Do you want to see Candice LeRae? Do you want to see Jade Cargill? Who do you want to see here? Surprised they kept out Tegan Knox. I don't know what's going on with Tegan. I don't know what's going on with her. Your guess is good as mine when it comes to Tegan Knox. I don't know. Nia helping Tiffany. Tiffany in a ladder match sounds more exciting. Yep. Candice LeRae eating the pin, probably. Tiffany's winning. Tiffany steals it. Tiffany steals Jade's pin. Yep. Same way they did with Bianca. It just does not make sense to put Bianca out of the match and put Jade Cargill in. Doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you do that? Like, there's no booking sense it makes to do that right now. Tiffany, you want Candice? Okay. Tiffany, Tegan either injured or not just you. Yeah. She could be in NXT, so I don't know what's happening. Maybe she's injured because she could easily be in NXT working like same way Shayna Baszler. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Michin is doing a lot of work right now. She's working main roster in NXT. She's getting a lot of TV time. I've seen Michin all over the TV. It's been awesome for her. She's been working NXT and main roster, doing a lot of work, a lot of good work. And she's actually building her name up a little bit, getting more crowd reaction. And the crowd's liking her now these days because she's so featured, Michin is. They could be doing the same thing with Tegan if they wanted to. So, like, it's not a bad gig to go down to NXT a little bit because using you on NXT and main roster at the same time. Same thing with Shayna Baszler. She's working NXT and main roster. Same thing with Natalya, working NXT and main roster, and Michin too. It's not a bad gig to work NXT and main roster these days. It's working well for Michin. Michin looking great. She's been booked well, booked and busy. But I'm gonna go with Tiffany for now. Bianca costing Jade. Ha! Unfortunately, guys, Bianca is on the back burner right now for booking because Bayley's the champion. They don't want to do Bianca Bayley anytime soon right now. Maybe after SummerSlam, they may rekindle that story of Bianca Bayley. But for now, they want Bianca away from the singles division. Away. Just go away, Bianca. No Bianca Bayley anytime soon. At this point, it'll probably be shocking if that match did not happen in some respect, in some regard, in some fashion. They got to cross paths again because they had the whole storyline of Bianca and Bayley having issues with Bianca not trusting her, and rightfully so. Bianca being in the right. I don't like you. I don't trust you. You created damage control, and yeah, I don't forget that shit. They might forgive you, but I don't, okay? That was a good storyline. It probably will have to revisit that ultimately, especially if Bayley wins, which I think she will. And by wins, I mean beating Nia Jax. I think she beats Nia Jax. You might have to come back to the Bianca Bayley story eventually. And they're saving that down the line, potentially. So Bianca will be out of the picture, tagging with Jade Cargill for a while. It is what it is. I think eventually Bianca and Bayley will come to the same side of things. Like they'll work together eventually. Maybe Jade is reason. We'll see. All right, let's go to the next match. Now this match is tricky. This match is actually trickier. Like I can see like Nia Jax coming down helping Tiffany here, right? But for this match, you have Naomi, Blair Davenport, the newly called up Blair Davenport, and Indy Hartwell. Now for the last 3 weeks, good old Indy has been working with Candice LeRae. Blair Davenport has been feuding. I'll call it a light feud because they haven't really touched yet, but she's been feuding with Naomi, kind of talking shit to Naomi. And now, the past week, she's talking shit to Bayley. This is interesting, folks, because if I'm not mistaken, Blair Davenport has yet to have a match on TV. Let me double check that. Cage match. Cage match. Matches. Overview. Let's take a look. No, that's not what I look. That's what I want to. That's not what I want to see. What's going on? Matches. Has Blair Davenport had a matches? It is dark match. She has not had a match on TV yet. If she loses on Friday, again, this match is Friday, she'll be the first call up to have lost her first match. I'm gonna say that again. If she loses this upcoming Friday, Blair Davenport will be the first call up to lose her first match. Okay. Is Blair Davenport losing? Carmella didn't lose his first match. Tiffany didn't lose her first match. Lyra Valkyria didn't lose her first match. Braun Breaker didn't lose his first match. Why would Blair Davenport lose her first match? Folks, dare I say, did Melo lose his first match after getting called up, Richard? I know he lost on the main roster. Did he lose his first match after getting called up? Did he lose his first match after Mania? He did lose to Melo. He did lose to you're right, he did lose to Cody. He did lose. She'd be the first woman though. Cause Kiana James won her match. She'd be the first chick. She could lose. She could lose. Would it be the right call? I don't know. But she could lose. But she would be the first woman that got called up to lose her first match. Naomi and Blair are in a storyline right now. They're in a story. That's kind of, this will be the start of it, really. It hasn't really kicked off yet. They've been talking shit. We're mostly Blair. Blair has been talking shit. I think starting Friday, it'll really kick off. But what happens in the match, I don't know. I still say Naomi is the favorite. But Blair would be losing her first match. Indy Hartwell, I don't see it for Indy. Sorry, Indy. I will say it's 75% Naomi, 24% Blair, and 1% Indy Hartwell. Yeah, this will be interesting because Naomi and this is basically their first match in their feud. That's really going to kick off this Friday. I got Naomi winning right now. Blair, I would not be shocked. I would not be floored if Blair won. I would not be shocked. I would be shocked about Indy Hartwell though. Like why? Like why are you doing that? That'd be silly. Don't be dumb, okay? Don't be silly, Triple H. It's Naomi or Blair. Blair went and talked shit last week to Bayley. They've been giving her good, solid, important segments with Naomi and Bayley backstage. Do you compound that with a win here next week? Well, not this, no, this week. Do you do that? Do you really give her a big push here by having her win this match? Naomi stance will go crazy though. They have a fit because the IWC, when it comes to Naomi right now, they're loving the idea, and I kind of didn't help, by the way. I kind of did this to myself. Like, I tweeted that Naomi was going to win, that she's a favorite. This was before Bianca lost, but now is up in the air. And I didn't know this match was going to happen. I just knew that Naomi was going to be in the match because the way they were presenting it. Now that I see this matchup, now I saw Bianca lose. It's not so clear anymore that Naomi is going to be a front runner these days. So I kind of contributed to the whole gassing up the fans about Naomi winning. So my bad on that. I don't know anymore. I just don't know. I'll lean Naomi for this match. I'll lean Tiffany Stratton. I'm sure Lyra will win. But yeah, that's my guess here. Lyra, Tiffany, Naomi. But I would not be shocked one bit if Blair won at all. I would not be shocked. People be pissed if Naomi didn't win. Yeah. Oh, didn't make it. Yeah. If they didn't make it, yeah, they'd definitely be pissed. The Naomi truthers, they'll be very upset. Losing to Cody is different though. Yeah, that's true. He's the top guy. Would it be good for Blair to lose this match here? The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of giving Blair a good chance here. It'd be good for her career, really good for her career. Her first match on TV on SmackDown, she wins here. Naomi right now is feuding with Blair Davenport. She has a friend in Bayley. Does Naomi need to be in a Money in the Bank match? If she's not winning, if she's not winning, right? Does she need to be in it? No. Now, if the plan is for her to win, of course she needs to be in it, right? If the plan is for her to win, of course, right? Obviously, can't win without being in it. But if she's not going to win it, does she need to be in there? No. If you told me right now that somebody other than Naomi is winning the Money in the Bank, I say leave her out and put Blair in there. Could that be good for Blair to have that spotlight? But we don't know if she's winning or not. Obviously, we don't know. But if she's not winning, put in Blair. Pedro got Blair. Dang, not another qualifier for Raw. Got Blair, but I want Naomi. Okay. Naomi didn't grab Bayley's title for no reason. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. That's a good point, Maya. I almost forgot about that. That's important. Yeah, that's huge. That's a big deal. Assuming that is intentional, I believe it was intentional. That's big. So I have Naomi winning for that reason then. I almost forgot about that completely. Yes, this is like, as you can see, usually I'm very confident with my predictions, but Triple H is very weird. So right now, I'm not too sure. But for right now, I'm going to go Naomi. And if she is going to turn heel, that'd be huge. Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out. But if Naomi gets in there, let's pay attention to how she behaves with Bayley again. The grabbing of the title, stuff like that. I thought it was pretty significant that she did grab that title like that. Naomi faces Bayley 1-on-1. I can see that. Naomi catches in successfully and Chelsea will fail hers. Yeah. That would be the case. That's what I would think would happen. I think Chelsea would fail. Naomi would win it. If she won the Money in the Bank, she would definitely cash in and win it. Wait, what if Bayley retains at SummerSlam? She will retain. And then her next feud will be with Naomi. That could work. But if she has the Money in the Bank, maybe it will not be her next feud because then that'll kind of like spoil the whole Money in the Bank aspect of it. Assuming you want her to cash in, probably wouldn't have her be a main feud. So what do we think the next match will be? Because there's going to be one more qualifying match for the women on Raw. That'll be Dakota, Zoe Stark, and someone else. Maybe Natalya, because Natalya is from Canada. So if you want to put Natalya in a Money in the Bank match, you put her in that match. You have Dakota and Zoe Stark lose, and Natalya win. Have a Canadian in a match. You already have Chelsea Green, who's a Canadian, but maybe you want to put another one in there with Natalya. Maybe you have Ivy Nile in that match. I'm sure it's Zoe Stark, Dakota Kai. That's what I'm sure of. Because you're telling this whole story about Dakota Kai and Kyrie failing. Okay, Io Sky wants to make changes to the freaking damage control. So in order for that story to play out, you have to have Dakota Kai and Kyrie Sane lose. So they'll both lose. I think Zoe Stark will be in that match. I think Zoe Stark was Zoe Stark was in the Money in the Bank last year, had a good showing. Remember that spot where she was my MVP in that match? She was the MVP. That was a spot where Zelina Vega did that little like code red off the ladder onto the other ladder. That was a crazy spot. Natalya's contract ends this week or this month. I've got all about that. Natalya's contract ends this month. Dakota, Ivy Nile, Zoe. That could work. Again, I have Dakota losing. If that's a match, if it's Dakota, Ivy Nile, Zoe, I got Zoe Stark going. If that's the last three, I have Zoe Stark going. Because Dakota Kai got to lose. For the sake of that storyline, she has to lose, unfortunately. I was one of the folks who were hoping that Dakota Kai would win Money in the Bank because I've been really impressed with her work. And I wanted her to have a big reward for that work. But I just don't see her winning based on the storyline they're telling. Based on the story, again, Dakota Kai and Kyrie both have to lose to tell that story they're telling. They haven't really separated Dakota Kai and Kyrie at all. within the storytelling. They both as a unit have been failing, and that's it. She's unhappy with both of them. So they're on the same level here. So I don't know why they would have Kyrie lose and Dakota Kai win as it stands now. Maybe tonight there's another story beat that we see, because again, tonight is Monday Night Raw. So perhaps we have another story beat that kind of tells a story about Dakota Kai being separated from Kyrie Sane a little bit. But for right now, they're both on the same level within the story, and they both got to lose. Zoe, Natalya, Dakota Kai, yep. Assuming Dakota Kai is, well, not Dakota Kai. Assuming Natalya resigns, I can see that in Natalya going to the Money in the Bank match for sure. So that's my takeaway, guys, for the Money in the Bank right now. Long story short, I don't know what the fuck's happening. I do not. I lost all confidence after Chelsea Green beat Bianca Belair. I lost all confidence with what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. We'll put that aside for now. A lot of interesting stuff. Unpredictable. All right, before we talk about the ranking system, let's talk about Jacob Fatu. Now, I released a reaction video where I basically said that Jacob Fatu should be replacing Solo Sikoa in the Bloodline storyline as the leader. I want to take that back. No, not really take it back, but explain myself, and then maybe yeah, I'm gonna take it back. I think Solo Sikoa has been doing a good job. I think Solo Sikoa has been doing good backstage segment stuff. He's been presenting himself as more like a mob boss and doing a good job working with Paul Heyman. I think he has. His delivery has been good. I think he looks like he's been really taking it seriously. This role he's playing. I don't think he needs to be replaced by anybody. He's doing fine. He's not doing bad. The problem I have with Solo Sikoa is more to do with the booking previously. Solo Sikoa had been taking a lot of L's. He was basically the gatekeeper to Roman Reigns. So every time you wanted to fight Roman Reigns, you had to beat Solo Sikoa. You kept losing. They have not built him up in a way that would make me want to see him being the top guy on the Bloodline because of his previous booking. They would have to make him a beast again. At one point, he was a guy who people saw could beat Roman Reigns. They thought that maybe he would dethrone Roman. That was like a theory that it won't be Cody. It'll be like Solo Sikoa that takes down Roman. That was a possibility because he built up so strong. But leading up to the WrestleMania 40, he kept losing and kind of just there, being placed in a bunch of main event spots, not really impressing that much, really. It just kept getting repetitive to the point where people stopped caring about Solo Sikoa so much. So when it transitioned to him being the mob boss guy here, which is basically his role, he's talking more, which is good. Like, I'm enjoying his talking, but I'm just not that convinced when it comes to like him being positioned to be facing Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. I just don't like it. So when I saw the new, fresh, with more aura, more charisma, Jacob Fatu pop up on the screen, I was like, all right, let's replace Solo Sikoa, make him the leader. And that wasn't right. I think Solo Sikoa is doing a good job. I do. He's a good worker. He is doing what he's been asked to do, putting in the work. He obviously is invested in the character. He's trying. He doesn't need to be replaced. Just keep him as the mob boss leader. That's fine. But I want to see Jacob face Cody. That I will not apologize for. I'd rather see that. I'd rather see Jacob Fatu face Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. What's the point? According to certain reports, like I think Son Rossap said this, the reason why Jacob Fatu has been off TV is because the PLEs were in countries that would not allow him to show up because he has a criminal record. So he can't. There's certain countries where he can't travel or work in because of that chemicals. No, because of that criminal record, he couldn't go there. So that's why they waited. So we had PLEs in France and Saudi. I don't know if Saudi was one of them, but that he couldn't go to. But France. Where's the last one? Scotland. Because of that record, he was having issues with that. But now, because of this, I think because going to Canada and we have SummerSlam around the corner, they brought him in now because he actually worked those PLEs. Well, if that's the case, why not let's have him work SummerSlam with Cody Rhodes? I just think that'll be a better match and a more interesting match. Because we've seen Cody Rhodes face Solo Sikoa. We've seen him beat him. Not a fresh matchup. It's not an interesting matchup right now. Jacob is interesting. He's a fresh guy. He's a new guy. I want Jacob to face Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. I will not apologize for that at all. But I will say that I jumped the gun on the whole replace Solo Sikoa thing. I don't think that's right. Jacob Fatu is like the Nikki Cross / Solo Io Sky of the group. What do you mean by that, Pedro? What do you mean? Jacob Fatu is like the Nikki Cross / Io Sky of the group. You mean like what? Explain that, especially the Nikki Cross part. I think I understand the Io Sky part. Like he's like the ace of the group in ring, right? That's what you mean by that? But yeah, I take it back, Solo. I'm sorry. You should not be replaced by Jacob Fatu. I will not apologize for wanting to see him in the ring, though. Oh, chaotic. Okay, exciting. I got you. That makes sense. I'm not going to apologize for wanting to see him in the ring, though. Over Solo. He's just better in the ring. In the ace, yeah. He's better in the ring, more entertaining in the ring. I think more of a better athlete, more exciting. I'd rather see him face Cody Rhodes, point blank, period. But they want to keep him under Solo Sikoa, like his right-hand man, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that Solo Sikoa should have that spot at SummerSlam. That should go to Jacob Fatu, if you're asking me. But yeah, what do I know? All right, let's move over to the actual topic at hand here. The actual point of the stream, which is ranking the women in WWE. All right, this is going to be interesting, folks. This is going to be interesting. Okay. I think they're going to do Randy versus Cody for SummerSlam. That'd be weird considering what just happened to Cody. Cody just got attacked by Jacob Fatu in the bloodline. So for them to swerve to Randy Orton, that's gonna take a hell of a lot of storytelling to do that. At this point, I think we're in one clear direction when it comes to Cody and the bloodline. To swerve to Randy. If anything, Randy Cody is like down the line. Maybe. But yeah, I don't see that happening at SummerSlam. I think it will be bloodline against Cody in some way or fashion. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, let's talk about this. So I've been avoiding this stream for the longest time. Why? One, because folks are gonna get upset, but I don't really care anymore. Okay, let people get upset. I gotta be honest. Okay, I gotta be honest about my feelings and this ranking. So if you are somebody who is a stan, and you don't want to see your fave get ranked lower than you think they are, get out of here now. Leave. Scray, okay? Because you're not gonna be happy. You are not gonna be happy about this ranking. If you cannot handle your fave not being an S tier, you gotta leave. Did I say that right? Did I say that right? If you can't handle your fave not being an S tier, there you go. So we're gonna go through this right now. But what is the criteria? What is the criteria here? Let me hear your guys' criteria here. Talking just in the ring. Selling, moveset, athleticism, storytelling in ring psychology, how well you work with others, and number one, consistency for me. Consistency. Everybody can have a great match every once in a while, right? But who's consistently great? Who's consistently expected to show up and show out, and who does it consistently? Who can you count on? When you see her on the card, you think that woman's going to deliver. I don't have to worry about her at all. She's going to deliver every time. Who is like that? This is where this is coming into play here. That's the main thing here. Consistency, in ring, selling, all that stuff coming into play. When the bell rings, where are you ranked? When the bell rings. Now, some of these people have a smaller sample size of late, So we'll go through that here. Like some NXT talent that just got called up, I may not put them on in the ranking. I may leave them off. I don't want to use what I've seen in NXT to rank these people. This is clearly a main roster thing. So let's say you had a great match in NXT a year ago. I'm not going to include that in this ranking. It's all about what you've done on the main roster. Main roster stuff. So for example, Blair Davenport, she has not had a match on the main roster yet. She might not get ranked. I might leave her off completely, honestly. So that's what we're talking about here. But we'll go through it one by one. All right. Selling, in-ring, chemistry with the co-workers, consistency, variety, and smooth set. Yeah. Main roster this year. Main roster. This couple years, the last few years, 2 to 3 years. I don't want to make it like a in-ring 2024, but in-ring over the last 2 to 3 years, maybe. Depending on how far you go back. Like, let's do last 2 years then. Last 2 years then. Let's do that. Last 2 years, what have you done? How have you worked in the ring, etc. Right? Blair Davenport, her in-ring from NXT has been good, but we're not going to count that, okay? So let's start with one. Let's do Becky Lynch. Oh, wait. Do I want to start with Becky Lynch? Do I want to start with Becky? Let's not start with Becky Lynch. Let's start with somebody else. Let's start with Io. Let's start Io. I think it's pretty straightforward for me. Where's Io Sky? Where are you, Io? Where's your old render? Here it is. Where's your old NXT render? Here it is. Just go Io. Io, you're S tier. All right. Simple, straightforward. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Io Sky is one of the best in the world. She is athletic. She's explosive. She has all the movesets she needs. She has power when she needs it. She's a high flyer. She's consistent. Her freaking athletic, her aerial stuff is great. Springboard stuff is good. She's clean. She works with others. She's fun to watch. She's one of the best, period. One of the greatest Joshis in the world. There's literally women who follow her lead, who admire her, who became wrestlers because of her. I have no complaints with Io Sky. Put on great matches at freaking WrestleMania with Bayley this past WrestleMania. Had a great run after WrestleMania. That freaking counter she did to the Blam Rose Plant still living rent free in my mind. Io Sky is an S tier. You got a problem with that? Got 2 words for you. Shut up. She's great. She's arguably the best in ring in the WWE. Arguably, okay? So I'm not going to... That's just where it is. Io Sky, S tier. Any complaints? Okay. Kiana James. I'm going to leave Kiana James off right now. I love her in ring from NXT, but she did not have the main roster pedigree. So right now, I like her a lot. I might come back around and put her on the list. For right now, I'm going to skip her. We'll skip Kiana James, and we'll see if we're going to put her on the list later on. Maybe we'll. But for right now, I'm going to leave her off. Talented, athletic, good in the ring for me in NXT, but we'll leave her off. BFAB D, simple as that. She's working on her in-ring in the dungeon with Natty and TJ Wilson, which is great. But for now, her in-ring has to be at a D for now, but we'll see what happens with BFAB. She's coming along. She's working on it. She has not had the opportunities in the ring, but from what we saw, she has a long way to go. So I'm glad she's putting in the work. I'm glad she's training. Good for BFAB, but she's D for now. Or keep her off. That could work too. Well, let me ask you guys, should we keep her off or put her on the list? That's my question about BFAB. Off or on? I don't know. You tell me. Off or on? Keep her off? Okay, Richard says keep her off. What about anyone else? We can leave her off. Yeah, we'll leave her off. Yeah, sure, fine. We'll leave her off. All right, let's move on to Alba Fire. Alba's a B for me. She could be an A if she were used more on TV. She'd be an A. She's a great wrestler. She had a long run at NXT back in the day. It's been a while though. We haven't seen her much in the ring in a singles capacity. We have seen her in a tag team, and the last time we saw her, she was cooking. She did really well in that match against Bianca and Jade. Good wrestler. The forever champion in UK, NXT UK, but for right now, because she hadn't had that showcase that much in the ring, we're gonna put Alba Fire at a B. I like her a lot. She's good. Good worker. Good wrestler. Sells well. All that stuff about Alba Fire, but because we haven't seen her much in the ring, I'm just gonna put her as a B. But I like Alba. I do. If she got a long run in the ring, she could even showcase an A, I think. But for now, we're gonna put Alba Fire as a B. She's a good wrestler. Alba Fire is a good wrestler. Let's do Becky. Let me stop being a bitch. Let's do Becky. All right, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is a good worker. Had plenty of great matches in WWE. Plenty of them. Is she the most athletic woman in the world? No. Is she the fastest woman in the world? No. Can she elevate a match? Yes. With her in-ring storytelling and her psychology, she can. The last time we saw her, she was in a ring with Liv Morgan. It was not the best we've ever seen. That might be her fault. Again, she works fine with others. She's good. She's very good. And her resume speaks for itself. She worked well with Bianca Belair. She works well with Tiffany Stratton. Worked well with Lyra Valkyria. I can't put her any lower than a B. I'm putting Becky as an A. Too much great wrestling, too much good matches for me to put her any lower than an A. She is too good. Her resume speaks for itself. Becky Lynch is A tier. All right. So far we have Io Sky as an S tier, Becky as an A tier, and Alba as a B tier. All right. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Her last few matches have not been the best, but come on, she's still Becky Lynch. She's still Becky. She's still great. Okay. I'm gonna tweet out the list so far. So tweet that out. Okay. The S tier for you. Becky's S tier. I understand. I understand that. I see what you're saying. For me, S tier. I'll explain it a little bit later. If you're S tier, for me, there's a little bit more beyond just. I'll explain it later. I think I'll explain it later, but we'll just move on for now. Alexa Bliss. Alexa, you're a C. Sorry, Bliss fans. I'm putting her as a C. Alexa Bliss has the last few times we've seen her in the ring, it's not been the best. Usually she's throwing a little slap there. She had a little slap thing she does. She has her moveset is not the most eye popping. Just has not been that good. Simply has not been that good. Last time we saw her was in a feud with Bianca Belair, where she'd been doing that spooky stuff with Uncle Howdy. It was not the best. It just haven't been that impressive, to be completely honest with you. I think C's being nice. If I want to be really mean, I could do this, but I don't think she deserves that. Alexa Bliss, you are a C. Any complaints? She regressed. I would agree. Her earlier stuff in 2026, 27, 2017, 2026, 2016, 2017 has been better. I don't love what she's been doing in the ring since then. Her stuff is just okay, if we're being honest. She's a C. Yeah, it's not 2020, not 2018 anymore. She's a C. Michin, you're gonna get a B for me for right now. Let me be clear here. This list is fluid, so I can change this at any time if I change my mind. Okay, just for the record. Michin, I have a B. Last few times seen in the ring, that match she had with Io Sky was great. When she hit that Styles Clash off the second rope, good. She's been working really well. In the latter match, NXT were doing well. With Bianca Belair doing well in that match last week on Friday. Michin is a good worker, and she has a good wrestling mind. And she's been doing a lot of good shit recently. A lot of good shit. She's using that Style Clash now. AJ Styles lent her the Styles Clash, and she's been using it. It looks good. I like Michin. She's a solid B. Any complaints? No? Michin B? Awesome. All right. So I want to do Asuka right now. I want to do Asuka. Fuck it, let's do Asuka. Asuka-san. No, I have respect for Asuka. Asuka-sama. Asuka-sama. She has been going through some injuries lately. She's been suffering with that knee injury. We love Asuka. She's a talented wrestler, one of the greatest of all time. Father Time is catching up with her, like it does with all of us. Is she still very good? Yes. Last time I saw her in the ring, in a one-on-one capacity, she had a great match with Io Sky. A great TV match with Io Sky. She can still move. She can still work. Is she slowing down? Maybe. Even with all of that, I cannot put her any lower than Asuka, you're an A. I can't do it. I cannot justify putting her as a B. When she's been asked to do work, she does it. When she's been asked to, whether it be a tag team capacity, again, with that great match she had with Io Sky on TV on SmackDown, she still can work. She can still move. Asuka, when healthy, is still one of the best out there. And I cannot, in good faith, put her any lower than an A for now. I can't. She can still move. Still good. Asuka-sama, you are an A. Any complaints? Because I know there are people who will say she's S tier, and I know there's people who think she's S tier, and I respect that. I do. Trust me, I respect that. I respect it. Okay, I get it. But I cannot put her as an S tier right now. Now this list of you is fluid. Okay, it's fluid. It's fluid. But A is good for Asuka for now. Okay. Bianca Belair, BST. You got a problem with that? I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Do I have to justify this? Do I have to break down why Bianca Belair is an S tier? Let's see. Great WrestleMania match number 1. Great WrestleMania match number 2. Great WrestleMania match number 3. She shows up, she shows out every time. When you see Bianca Belair on the card, she's expected to be great. She's expected to be great. When you see her on the card, you think, okay, she's gonna cook. And she delivers every damn time, no matter the damn opponent. Doesn't matter if it's Becky Lynch, doesn't matter if it's Io Sky, she's going to deliver. And if a match is bad, it ain't her damn fault. Never. She always shows up and she always shows out and she always puts on a great performance for the crowd. Her athleticism, her strength, her versatility, her selling, her presence in the ring. You love to root for her. You love to see her. She's a marquee box office attraction. And I'm not gonna stand for anybody that thinks she's anything lower than S. That woman's resume and her work she done in that ring is S tier. Hell, her match with Io Sky last year were arguably the best of the year. It had a lot to do with Io Sky and it had a lot to do with Bianca Belair. When her, like I said before, they say it all the time, when her name is on this card, when you see her picture, you expect greatness. You expect, okay, that's gonna cook. She's gonna cook. And she always delivers. Always delivers. Doesn't matter who she's up against. When you see her on the card, you say, all right, Bianca's gonna take care of her side. Who else gonna? You got whoever she's facing. She has to elevate herself, right? S tier. S tier. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. She can do it all. She can work as the babyface, working from under somebody. She's one of the few people who has that power game who can work as an underdog. Go back and watch the Bianca Becky match at WrestleMania 38. Go back and watch that. She was the babyface working from under Becky, and the crowd bought it. The crowd bought her at the babyface working from under Becky. She worked from the dominant standpoint, and she worked from a underdog standpoint, and still be believable. That's crazy. Go back and watch the match. She had the triple threat match with Bianca, Charlotte Flair, and Io Sky. Not Io Sky, Asuka. When Asuka was champion, right before Io Sky cashed in on her, the crowd was rooting for Bianca Belair. As the underdog in that match, she plays both roles. I can't say enough about her. She's amazing. She's an S tier. And she's not even at her best yet. She's gonna get better. Yeah, she had great matches with all sizes. Yep, no matter who it is. Look at her matches with Piper Niven. Look at her matches with Rhea. Go back her. Look at not Rhea. That's far back. But Piper Niven. Look at her matches with Nia Jax, with Tiffany, with Io Sky. No matter the size, no matter the strength, no matter the athleticism, she can adapt. She's an S tier. All right, let me stop waxing poetically about Bianca Belair. I could talk all day about her. She's great. Let's move on. Carmella, maybe the most underrated talent on the roster, like talent in general. Not maybe in a ring, but it's overall talent. Carmella might be the most underrated. I think she has everything you need to be a great superstar, and she's very underrated. Carmella, is B or C, right? It's B or C. Question is, what is it? She's a good worker. She's entertaining in the ring. She sells well. She's a good seller. We're gonna put her as a C. I'll put her as a C, but she's somebody that I could think could go to a low B. I think she's very underrated. Carmella is. She works well. She works well with Bianca. She works well with everyone she's in the ring with. Her moveset, if anything, is her moveset not the most expansive. Like, she sells well. She has a good super kick. She does good submissions. Like, everything she does looks cool, and she can adapt and she can roll with it with whoever. I'll put it as a C for now, but I might change it later on. It's like a low B. I like Carmella a lot. She's very underrated. I think she is. Like her submission, her submission look cool. I like her a lot. I do. And she's entertaining in the ring. She's very entertaining. She will make the show the crowd. You can hear everything she's saying. No matter what she says in the ring, you hear it. She talks well. She pronunciates her words in the ring. You can pick up on everything she says. I like Carmella a lot. She's funny. But we'll see what happens. I might raise it later on, but we'll keep her as C for now. Ivy Nile, C. I don't think she deserves a D. I don't think she deserves that. I'm gonna put her as a C. She's come on to main roster. She's done fine. Nothing too special. She's been fine. Nothing to really complain about. She's been there. In ring, just talking in ring. Just been there. Has a lot of power moves, but nothing too flashy. Not really the most athletic in the world. But it's fine. I think she's a B. Her match with Rhea Ripley was great. I have to go back and watch that. I think she's been fine. I'll put it as a high C for now, but I think she's fine. Yeah, she's fine. Jay Cargill. D. Is a D. Jade Cargill is being protected in the ring. She has been her last outing, there were some snafus. She should be in NXT right now. That's the honest truth. That's where she should be, in NXT. She's not in NXT because of her popularity and her star power, but she should be in NXT right now. She should, based on the in-ring, basically on in-ring, she should not be where she is. She's there because of her star power. And based on that reality, I cannot put her any higher than, I mean, she can do things you need her to do. Like, she can hit her power moves, she can hit her spots, but based on working a match, what's the longest match she's had as a singles competitor? What's the longest match? What, Piper Niven match? Where she's working at the underdog? I don't see her being the most versatile in the ring. I can't in good conscience put her on the same level as Ivy now or even Carmella right now. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she should be low C. Maybe. Right now, D is where she's going to be. I might change my mind later on, but I can't in good conscience put her up with these group. I just can't for right now. She should be in NXT. Like, no joke. That's where she belongs. She's not there because of her star power. So wrestling isn't her passion. If I had to guess, I would think that she wants to be a star. And she's utilizing, which is fine. She's using wrestling as an avenue to get there, which is fine. I mean, I don't know her that well. I don't know her at all. I don't know her. We're going to put her as a D for now, and I can change that later on, but we'll see. Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane has been rough. Okay, her wrestling has been rough. She's a good wrestler that had a rough outing. A very, very rough outing. She had some good spots here and there, but she's been disappointing. She's somebody that you could see as a tier, who has been nothing close to that. So this is her expectation. She's expected to be in the A tier based on her work in Stardom, based on her work in NXT, based on her work, her previous run. That's where we're talking about a former NXT champion. That's where she's expected to be. But she's been behaving like a D. That's how she's been behaving. So she's expected to be an A. She's behaving as a D. I'll put her as a C for now. That could change. But her performances have been D. Honestly. I'm gonna put it as a C for now. But yeah, it's not been great. Yes, she looks more green than, yeah, that's true. She looks just as green, if not more green than freaking Jade Cargill. It's been rough. Out of respect alone, I'm putting her as a C, low C, but she's been bad. Okay. I know for a fact that she's been an A or even an S tier at one point. So that's why I'm gonna put her as a low C. But if it wasn't for that, she was going right down to a D. She lost something. Her match against Mayu, not Mayu, but her match against Mayu. Her match against Mayu for New Japan and her match against Mercedes Moné was good. She moved to the USA. She's been rough. It's been rough. And it hasn't really picked up yet. I'll give her as a C for now, but it's not great. Her match against Mercedes was good, and her match against Mayu was good in New Japan. Let's do. Don't want to do Katana Chance. I'm gonna leave her off. She's a tag team wrestler. She works well with her tag team partner in tag team wrestling. She stays off for now. I'm gonna leave her off. Naomi. Here's a hard truth you guys have to hear about Naomi. She has not been great. I'm sorry to tell you the truth. Naomi has not been great since returning to WWE. She just has not been great. She's been fine, just not great. I expect more from her. I've seen her put on bangers with Charlotte Flair. Go back and watch that SmackDown match she had with Charlotte Flair for the title on SmackDown. She was brilliant. It was one of my favorite TV championship matches I've seen. Her matches in TNA with several people has been good. Her matches with freaking Jordan Grace has been good. WWE, she's been kind of slow, not been the best. It just has not been. Been fine, just not great. I'm going to put her as a B. I put her as a B. But I think she needs to pick it up. I think there's more she can do. She's been moving kind of slow in the ring. It's not been great. I think she needs to pick it up. I do. But out of respect for what she's put out there, because she had a good match with Bayley and Tiffany for the most part in France. But she's been moving kind of slow. And so I'm gonna put it at the B for now. But let's keep our eye on that. Let's keep an eye on Naomi for the last couple of weeks, because for the next couple of weeks, because it just has not been great. So I want to see a better Naomi here in the future. That way I can like justify putting her as a B. But it's a B for now. All right, let's move on to Sonya Deville. I'm gonna leave Sonya Deville off. Maybe. I'll put it as a C. Sonya, last time we saw her was a wrestling in a tag team. Pretty much a C. I'm not going to put her any higher than that. Hopefully she gets back in the ring here soon. Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega has been putting in good matches recently. She's a good worker. Is B or C for Zelina Vega? High C or low B? I'm going to put Zelina Vega as a C for no. Low B, high C, one of the two. I'm putting it at a high C for now. But again, that can change. Again, this list is fluid. It's fluid. But I'll put it as a C for now. Shayna Baszler, she's been doing a lot of good work. I'm gonna put it as a B. She's been working well in NXT. She's been doing well on the main roster, I think. Working well with I think she's on par with Michin right now with her work. Putting Shayna as a B. Hey, what's up, Guardian? So this is the current state of the list. Let's tweet this out right now. Tweet out this list as it stands. Let's see what the folks say. Copy. Current state of the list. All right, next up, we have Natalya. Natalya is a Hall of Famer. She's an all-time great. She's been teaching a lot of the folk in NXT and the folks that come to her dungeon. She had a great match with Rhea Ripley. Arguably her best match. Arguably the best match of Rhea Ripley's entire reign. Natalya is good. Is A or B? She's still a very good worker, good wrestler. I could be freaking like, I could justify her being an A. Honestly, I'm thinking about it now. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Natalya's an A. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. When was the last time you saw Natalya mess up or have a mistake? She's teaching the young folk. She's a veteran. She's a wealth of knowledge in the ring. She puts on good performances. Whether it be, she had a good match with freaking Lola in the NXT Battleground. She's just good. I'm gonna put her as an A. Natalya, you are an A. In ring. Purely in ring. I'm giving an A. You have a good match with anyone, yes. We've seen it. Let's move on to Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell, you're a D. Indy Hartwell is in the WWE because of her likability. Very likable. Very, very likable. That's why she's there. Indy Hartwell is not the most entertaining in the ring, but she's good. She does good character work. She's likable, and because of that, she'll be around for a while. They put her in a tag team match, a tag team with Candice LeRae, because they need to give her something to do in the ring. I like her as a person, as a personality, as a talker, as a character, but in a ring, just not doing it for me. Indy is a D. He has character work for sure. Yeah, I'm not the best. I'm not the biggest Indy Hartwell fan. No disrespect, but that's where she belongs, as a D. Any complaints? I would hope not. Let's move on to the next person, which would be Bayley. Bayley's an A. Bayley's a good worker, great seller. You can have a match with anybody. He puts in the work in the ring. Good seller, good storyteller. Great seller with her injuries, stuff like that. Good worker. Never puts a foot wrong. Know where she needs to be. Directs people in the ring. Tells them what they need to be. Go over here, move there, be here, do this, do that. She's a general. He is just an overall great in-ring tactician. Ring general. She's an A. That's why I put Bayley. Can have a good match with anybody. Her and Bianca has great chemistry. Has good chemistry with Io Sky. Good chemistry with Bayley, with Becky. Good chemistry with everyone. Just a ring general. If Becky's an A, Bayley's an A. She's an A. Again, this brings an emotion. Just a good character work in ring. Good in ring storyteller. Just works well. Doesn't put a foot wrong. She's an A. She's very good in ring. If you wanted to argue that she's a B, I can understand that. I can understand it. But her catalog is just too strong. It's too much variety. She works well with everybody. If Becky's an A, Bayley's an A. All right. Chelsea Green. People will swear up and down about Chelsea Green's catalog, and I've seen it. She does good work. I have to put it as a C. Based on what we see in the ring from her, Chelsea Green is a C. She brings the comedy, brings the fun, brings all of that, but I can't put her on the same level as a Naomi right now. Based on the in-ring, her in-ring catalog in the WWE just isn't odd on par with the folks in the B. I'd love to see her more work from her, more serious work from her. But right now, she's a C. She's kind of the punching bag, kind of, and it works well for her. I'm not complaining. She's fun, but she's a C. Yeah, she could be a B. She could be a B easily. If they let her cook, but based on what we've seen in WWE, it's C for Chelsea. She had a good match with Roxanne. She did. Now, C's can have good matches. Sure. Like a C can have a good match. Even D can have a good match. They can have a good match. But in terms of consistency, in terms of what we've seen on the regular, I'm going to put her as a high C. right on the line with Ivy Niles, the Sonya Deville's, and the Zelina Vegas. Dakota Kai. I love Dakota Kai. All she does is put other people over. All she does is cook in the ring. She is a great seller, amazing seller, maybe the best in the WWE alone. This best in the WWE just on selling alone. I can't put her any lower than a B. I'll put her at a B for now. Dakota Kai is great. If you are working, you have offense to show off, she's the person you want to be in the ring with. She will sell your shit. She'll make you look like $1 million. I just love Dakota Kai. I can't say enough about her in ring. Entertaining. Always looking to make everything look cool. Everything looks strong. Just great selling. And her kick game is nice to see. Good kick game. I love her kick game. She's a B. She's a B. Love Dakota Kai. Good stuff from Dakota. Good stuff. All right. Candice LeRae. Now, based on her NXT work, you could argue A or B. But Candice LeRae, she's in a tag team. Good wrestler. Good wrestler. I cannot say she's any worse than any of these people here. I can't say she's any worse. She may be better than all of them. Maybe she's a better wrestler than all of them. But she's not getting that showcase in the ring. So where do you put her? Can I justify putting her at B? If I wanted to, yes, in my list I can justify it. Does her in-ring performances in the WWE justify that? She's not getting opportunities. So C or B for Candice LeRae. I'm gonna go with C. Just based on what we've seen in WWE so far since he come back. Since he's been back on the main roster, he hasn't really had that much time to cook. What we've seen has been limited. Can she still work well? Yes. Maybe when she gets more reps, she'll get that B spot. For right now, she's a C. Can I justify her putting that B? Yeah, I can justify it. But for example, Alba Fire, good wrestler. I like her a lot in the ring. Is she any better than Candice LeRae? Maybe not. So why did she get the B spot and not the C? See, here's the thing. Low B and high C are pretty much the same spot. It's pretty much the same, right? B plus, B minus. It's the same. Question is where you put them, you know? But I will put Candice LeRae as a C. That's where I'm gonna put her. I'm gonna skip Liv Morgan. Maxine, Maxine, she's a D. Simple. Don't have to really explain that one. She's a D. Okay, let's man up. Liv Morgan, our champion. Liv Morgan is a good wrestler. She is a good worker. The issue I have with Liv Morgan is she doesn't elevate a match. She doesn't elevate it. She can rise to the occasion. Put her in the ring with a Bianca Belair. She can rise to the occasion. Her last couple outings against Becky Lynch had not been the best. Now, is that her fault? No. She's not producing the match. Can she deliver an A performance? Yes, she can. But we're talking about consistency here. For the most part, she does not elevate. I cannot say she's a better wrestler than Dakota Kai. I can't say she's a better wrestler than Naomi or Michin or Alba Fire. She's good. I would put her. She has some athleticism to her. She has some athleticism. Nice little kip up. She puts on good performances when given the chance, but she doesn't elevate a match. That's my problem I have with her. If the person she's in the ring with stinks, the match will probably stink. Like, she cannot elevate a match. Io Scott can elevate someone. Bianca Belair can elevate. Bayley can elevate. Becky Lynch can elevate. When the person across from Liv Morgan is having a bad night, the match is bad, typically. She doesn't elevate or cover up like even a Dakota Kai can. Dakota Kai can sell her ass off to the point where someone looks amazing. I'm not saying Liv Morgan is bad. I'm not. Again, C minus is B plus. B minus and C plus are basically the same. I cannot say she's better wrestler than Alba Fire. I can't say she's better than Alba Fire. Can't say she's better than Shayna Baszler or Michin, or I can't. Do I put her as a low B? Can I do that? Sure. Like I say, it's the same thing here. If I want to make the Liv Morgan fans happy, I can do that. It's no different really than a B plus, than a C plus. It's not. I mean, can you look at me in the eye and say she's a better wrestler than Candice LeRae? What I like about Liv Morgan, her knee game, her knees, real nice. She has real clean code breakers and backstabbers. All that look clean when she does it. I like that from her. Her moveset is not the most creative. She's a C. She's a high C or low B, one of the two. She's a code breaker merchant. Liv Morgan fan gonna be in here. Twitter mentions. I can only be honest. Bayley above Asuka. What do you mean? They're on the same tier. Don't worry about so much the placement of this. Don't worry about that. Okay. Tridents. I know how you are. I know how you are with Asuka. I know how you are. Don't look too much. Don't worry about that. Like, don't worry too much. They're all on the same level. Okay. Tridents. Don't worry about it. I know how you are with Asuka. You're Asuka stan, so I'm not gonna take that too seriously. All right. Liv is a C. Where you put Liv? Where you putting Liv? Champ being a C is kind of correct. What do you mean? What do you mean? There've been worse wrestlers that are champions. Like, being a good in the ring does not make you a champion. Since when? Liv Morgan is champion because of the storyline with Rhea Ripley. That's why she's champion right now. She's a C. She's a C. C is not bad, for the record. I mean, you got good wrestlers here. Like freaking Candice LeRae is a good wrestler. Then Selena Vega's a good wrestler. Sonya Deville's a good wrestler. These are all good wrestlers. I just can't put them over. I can't put her over any of the people in B. You guys are funny. Liv should be a B above Shayna, Mia, Dakota Fear. You fear, huh? And this is funny. Like, like I said, this is a fluid list. It's fluid. Jay can't be below Kyrie saying. Let's discuss it more. Let's talk about this more. Okay. Liv Morgan is good. She's a good wrestler. I don't think she elevates a match. She can rise to the occasion. I think she can, but I don't think she elevates a match. If the match is good, it's not because of her per se. Not necessarily. Last time we saw her in the match, she had bad matches with Becky Lynch. They've been bad. Not terrible, but this has not been. They haven't been good matches. Yes, I know. I know he's Toss. Toss is an Asuka stan. That's why I'm laughing. Toss, I'm aware of your game. You're an Asuka fan. I know. That's funny. Yeah. Liv Morgan, we might be stuck on this. Liv Morgan is a good wrestler. I just can't put her higher than anyone in B. So I can put her here. I could. Will that make you feel better? You know what? We'll put her as a low B. How about that? There you go. Since it's the same, and avoid the controversy, we'll put it as a low B. She's not BB. I agree with you. She's a C. She's a C. Jade and Maxine in the same tier, taking me out. That made me laugh. That made me laugh. Stop. Okay, so let's move on to the next person. Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross has not wrestled in a long time. Okay, a long time. I'm putting Nikki as a C. Solid worker. She's fine. She's fine. Kyrie has to be D tier. Kyrie Sane is a C tier based off of just my own like. No, she's a C. She's a C. Kyrie Sane she's lucky she's not a D, okay? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Kyrie Sane has been bad since returning. She's been bad. I'm putting her as a C based on like my own sanity. Because she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve this. She doesn't deserve it. She doesn't. She's a C. But Kyrie Sane has been bad. She's capable of this. She's capable of this. She's been a D. She's going right here as a C. Nia Jax. Yeah, Kyrie Sane has an opportunity tonight to really show up and show out, right? Nia Jax. Nia Jax since returning has been great. For me, she's been great. She has shown up, she's shown out. She put the haters to sleep. Nia Jax is a B, high B. It really turned my arm. It really twisted my arm. I put her as an A. She's been great since returning. She's been great. She's been great in addition. She used her size well. They utilized her work in ring to really put people over in different ways. I think her work has been great. They've been using her more like a hoss. Before, you used her more like a power wrestler, which was a mistake. Doing power lifts and pressing people above her head. That was a mistake. Now they're using her more like a grounded leg drop, sentons, splashes, more grounded work. Rather than lift people over their head work, it's been more like I'm using my size and weight to my advantage, which has really been like great for her. She's been great. She's been great. You could argue she's been an A. You could argue that. Dare I argue it? Nia Jax has been great for me in ring. All her work has been great. You know what? I'm doing it. A. Her heel work in ring has been great. Her character work in ring has been great. How she used her size has been great. She had great moments. That big time thing she had with freaking Lyra Valkyria when she landed on her with her ass. She's been awesome in the ring. As a heel, her heel work, she's been being funny in the ring. All of it's been great. I'm gonna put Nia Jax as a low A because of her work. Go back and look at her Queen of the Ring run. Awesome stuff. I'm not gonna freaking put her any lower than a B. She's been great since returning. I'm putting her as an A. All right. Now, low A, high B for Nia Jax since her return. Now it's an S tier, right? All right, let's move on to Piper Niven. Piper Niven. It's A or B. Good wrestler. I'm putting it as a B. Good work from Piper Niven. I've been impressed. Good worker. Doesn't put a foot wrong. Utilizes her size well. Fun in the ring. But yeah, let me go back to Nia Jax again. Let me go back to Nia. How have they been using her? She's been getting a lot of work. a lot of work in ring, and she come up big every time. They utilize her all the time in the ring right now as a heel. She works well with others, puts people over in different ways in the ring. Had a main event match with Rhea Ripley. She did. Nia Jax has been good. Harper's a B. You know what? Fluid list. I'll put it back to the B for now. For Nia Jax. I talked myself out of it. Let's go on to Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark is great in the ring. She's great. She's great. Has she had the opportunity to cook? No. But she's great. I want to put her here. That's where I want to put her. Will I put her there? No. But I want to put her there. I think with given the opportunities, she will be a A-tier wrestler for sure. She's very athletic, clean in the ring, clean. All her work is clean. Her springboards, her drop kicks are all clean. She just not had the opportunity to showcase all of it, but she's a very good worker. I like her a lot in the ring. She's very good. With the opportunity to shine, she's A. Even a high A, I think. But we'll put it as a B for now. Look at the list right now. S tier, Bianca and Io Sky. A tier, Becky, Bayley, Asuka, Natalya. B tier, Zoe Stark, Nia Jax, Dakota Kai, Naomi, Michin, Piper Niven, Shayna Baszler, Alba Fire. C tier, Liv Morgan, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green, Zelina Vega, Sonya, Ivy Nile, Carmella, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Kairi Sane. D tier, Jade, Indy Hartwell, and Maxine. Zoe wants to be Naomi so bad? What do you mean by that? Wants to be Naomi? Jade is E tier? That's messed up. Let's move on to, I mean, come on. I could leave her off. I'm gonna leave her off. I mean, who are we kidding? If I were gonna put her on the list, she'd be a D tier. But we'll leave Scarlett off. Who are we kidding? Raquel Rodriguez is a B. I hope she gets back soon. I really do. Powerhouse, power moves, good offense, doesn't put a foot wrong. I like her a lot. I hope she gets back sometime soon. I feel for her. We haven't heard from her for a while. Dealing with that skin condition. Sucks for Raquel. When she comes back, hopefully soon, and she gets that heel push, you're going to see that her real potential there. Her heel run is going to be her real run when she turns heel. But I like Raquel a lot. Rhea Ripley. Great in-ring wrestler. Great in-ring tentacle wrestler. Clean wrestler. Good drop kick. Everything looks good. The issue with Rhea Ripley is that her title reign didn't have the best matches. Is that her fault? No, I don't think so. Rhea had an amazing match with Charlotte Flair at Mania. Had an amazing match, a good match with Becky Lynch at Mania as well. She's good. I will not take anyone saying she's not a good wrestler. She is. Great seller. The only person who sells better than her is Dakota Kai. There's one woman that sells better than her, and that's Dakota. She's a great seller. Great seller. She's an A. Whether you want to put her at the high A, whatever, I can't put her as a B. She's an A. She's just too good in the ring when it comes to selling, and her technical stuff is too good. Has her title reign been good? No. Is it her fault? Is it her fault? I can't say that. She had a great match with Natalya, a good match with Lyra Valkyria. She's very good in ring. She's good. Great seller. Powerhouse. I can't put her as a B. I can't. She's an A. And where we wouldn't put her, I don't know. But she's an A. I mean, come on. She's an A. An A. If it wasn't for her selling, you could argue that she'd been a B. But she's too good of a seller. Go watch her selling. She's just too good. Dakota Kai, A. Rhea, B in terms of selling. Is Lyra on the list? She should be in here. Why is she not? What is going on with Lyra Valkyria not being on here? What is up with that? Let's see. Let's see what we can correct that. That's dumb. Where's Lyra Valkyria? What else am I missing while we're at it? What's up with that? Okay, let's do something about this. Where's Lyra? WWE.com. Get that image in here. That is so dumb. Is she in here? No, she's not. What's up with that? Okay, let's go let's add Lyra very quick. Raw. Where is she? That's why she's not in here, because they didn't show her. Okay, here she is. Who else am I missing while I'm at it? Let me know. You get a chance. Oh, she's in here now. No worries, folks. No worries. All right, let's move on. Tegan. Okay, let's add Tegan, I guess. Why is she not in here? So dumb. I went down the entire list. Let's add Tegan real quick. Whether she makes it on the list or not, we don't know, but we'll add Tegan real quick. Let's see. Just for funsies. Just to say just to say that she was included, let's add Tiffany. Not Tiffany, Tegan. Where are you, Tegan? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There she is. Good old Tegan Knox, who's missing from TV. Maybe she's injured. I hope she's not injured. I hope she's fine. But she's been gone. We'll add Tegan. Here we go. All right, back to the action here. Anyone else? No, Carmella's on here. She's right there. Right there. All right, let's move on to my girl. Why am I blanking on her name? Shotzi. Jeez. Shotzi's a C. She's in there somewhere. She's a C. Yeah, dark match Tegan did? Awesome. Shotzi, fine worker. Her best match, her best showing might have been the damn not chamber, but War Games match she did. She looked really good in the War Games match on SmackDown. Right before she got injured, she was doing good stuff. Her best work as a wrestler right before she got injured, unfortunately. Had good stuff in the SmackDown match. That little Christmas match she did really well. Did good in the War Games match. C is where Shotzi belongs. Isla Dawn, C. Same old. Good wrestler, fine. Nothing too flashy. Alexa Lopez, I'm gonna leave Alexa off. I'm gonna leave her off. She's in the same boat as a B-Fab, honestly. Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany's a B. Athletic, talented. Does she have the resume right now to be presented with the A's? No, but she is a good worker. Good in ring, just like Zoe Stark, clean in ring, good facial expressions, good in ring storytelling. She's right up there with these folk, I think. She's a B. B for Tiffany right now. Can be an A and an S very quickly. when she has the resume to back it up, she can have a S tier or an A tier. But right now she's in B. All right, let's move on to Charlotte Flair. At her best, S tier. At her worst, low B. There's a greater variation for S for Charlotte Flair. The question is, where do you put her though? Because then consistency is a part of this. Consistency is a part of this. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Pay-per-views, an S. What do you think, chat? S or nay? Charles and A, Richard. DNM says S. NIY says S. Loud House says A. Guardian says S. I'll go S for now. For now. I can change my mind. Great match with Rhea. Good work. Right before she got injured. Really good work she was doing as a babyface in the ring. I'll put it as an S. I'll put it as an S. You can argue that. You can argue she's better than Bianca. You can argue. What I would say about Bianca is she's just more consistent in terms of like quality. Like I said before, with Charlotte Flair, you're probably expecting a great match. You're probably expecting it. With Bianca, you're expecting it. You're not worried about it. She's going to give you like her best. You don't have to worry about her. That's what I mean. You don't have to worry about Bianca. She's going to come. She's going to deliver her part. She's going to show up and show out every time, no matter what. And that's why I would put Bianca over Charlotte for that right now. Just for in terms of expectancy, like what do you expect from her? But yeah, they're all S tier. If you're an S tier, you're an S tier. You don't have to worry about like ranking wise. Like, you're an S tier. Lyra Valkyria, B. In there somewhere in here. She's impressed me. I thought it was going to take longer for her to adapt to the main roster, but she came in really well. Very good wrestler. Doesn't put a foot wrong. Technical, talented. She's a B. Yeah, got Lyra as an A. Wow, interesting. I put her as a B. I think she's right on par with Zoe Stark and Tiffany Stratton. I don't think she's a better wrestler than Zoe Stark. She's not better than Zoe Stark. They're on the same level pretty much. But I will say she's impressed me a lot. And I think she can get an A very quickly. Very quickly she can get to an A. Oop, wrong person. But yeah, I'll go Lyra as a B. I think she's a better wrestler in the ring than Tiffany for sure. Tiffany brings more of that star power. Like, we're just talking in ring. Just in the ring, you tell me Lyra is better than Tiffany? I would agree. What makes Tiffany better in terms of grander superstar is that other package, right? That other thing she brings, like that personality, that explosiveness, that character work from Tiffany. But yeah, this strictly in ring, you can argue Tiffany is not as good as Lyra for sure. Lyra is great. Yeah, Tiffany had a great match with. She had a great match with. She's a big match player. Tiffany is. She shows up and shows out. She had a great match with Becky. A great showcasing in the chamber match. A great match. I thought she did really well with Becky and not Becky, but Bayley and Naomi in France. Very good. Both of them will be A sooner than later anyway. Lyra and Tiffany. But for now, we'll have them as high Bs. Okay. Yeah, that's where they'll be. Even had a very good match with Bianca, a very good showcasing with Bianca she did on SmackDown. Yeah, they're all really good workers. That's where they belong. They're all in the same realm. Last but not least, Tegan Knox. I mean, see, it is what it is. She's fine. And that's it, folks. Look at that list. Not a foot wrong. Not a placement wrong. S tiers: Bianca, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair. A tier: Becky, Rhea, Bayley, Asuka, Natalya. B tier: Zoe Stark, Nia Jax, Lyra, Tiffany, Raquel, not Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Dakota Kai, Naomi, Michin, Piper Niven, Shayna Baszler, Alba Fire. C tier: Liv Morgan, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green, Selena Vega, Carmella, Sonya Deville, Ivy Nile, Shotzi, Nikki Cross, Ali Dawn, Tegan Knox, why am I blanking? Alexa Bliss, Jesus Christ, and Kairi Sane. D tier: Cargill, Indy, Maxine. Is there something wrong with this? Kairi Sane's a D? I would not argue with that. I wouldn't argue with that. I wouldn't argue with that. What are your biggest complaints? What are your biggest, like, what the hells? I feel pretty good about this. Let's see. Let's see. Anyone here needs to be on there? Kiana James, early in your career. B-Fab, not really wrestling like that. Blair Davenport, early in her main roster career. These tag teamers. And then we have, yeah, I don't need them on the list. What's the issue? Is there an issue? Do I need to change anything before I call it a stream? Jade higher than Kyrie? In what world? Because she's Has Kyrie been bad? Yes. Has she been just as bad as Jade Cargill? Probably. So you're saying that doesn't really sit well with my soul, though. This visual doesn't sit well with my soul. But it's justified. Low A behind Asuka. This ranking within the row is not really that important to me. I'm not really looking at it like that. That's a little too complicated. That's a little too intricate. Don't worry about the ranking too much. Don't worry about the placement. They're all the same level basically. Don't worry too much about the placement. Unless you're like at the bottom, at the end of here, don't worry about it too much. How are you saying being a D doesn't sit well with my soul? Becky could be higher. Sure, she could. I like Naomi and Piper above for Kel. I mean, sure. Okay, let's try to make it make sense within a row then. Let's try that then. Bianca, Io, Charlotte. I don't have a problem with that. Becky, Rhea, Bayley, Asuka. I don't have a problem with that either, really. In ring. Zoe, Lyra. I mean, I think Raquel's better. This is gonna make it too complicated to worry about the ranking within the red list. Yeah, I'm not really worried about that too much. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Nia Jax's been doing great work. It is. That's fine right there. This top of the list. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm not messing with too much. Now it should be a high B. I mean, she's kind of a high B. She's kind of a high B. She's further this way than she is this way, so she's high B. Becky should be down a bit there by Austin. Austin who? Is there anyone in NXT? If I'm including these folk, it's based on the NXT talent alone. Donna James in the ring would be like a low B. No, low B is kind of, that's why I want to leave him off. That might not be too fair to put her there right now. She's athletic as hell. Not Donna James is. We'll see what she does on the main roster. But Blair Davenport is very experienced. I'll leave them off. Roxanne Perez, she'll probably go right up with the low Bs. Right out the gate. Right out the gate, low B for Roxanne Perez, which is very good for a call up. Very good. That's what it is, folks. Charlotte's today. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Like I don't take any issue with putting Charlotte's in A. I don't. I get it. I get it. I don't see any issue with that. Like Rhea Ripley, I can see the high A. I don't have a problem with that either. That's my list right now. I feel great about it. Kind of. Kyrie's been bad. She has been bad. Yes, like been bad. Been worse than Liv Morgan for sure. Should I do it? Should I leave Kyrie as a D? What do you say, chat? What do you say? Start a poll. Kyrie. Oops, am I saying Kyrie right? Oh no. Wait, set up. Kyrie saying nope, I spelled it wrong. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm gonna create a poll real quick for Kyrie saying. Spell it right this time. Kyrie saying. D or D? Or maybe I actually maybe think she's a B as well. We'll see. B, C, poll's been created. C, 100% C. D, C, D, 50%. It's literally 50-50 C and D. D. 60-40 D. Wow. Okay. Okay. She's a D. I'll leave her at the D. B? Okay. Okay, whoever put it to B. Sure. All right. D as it is, and then D it is. Wow. Where do you anticipate Julia ending up when she eventually makes the main roster? If I'm projecting, B. If I'm projecting B, she can obviously she have potential to be an A, obviously, but if I'm just projecting the B right now, high B for Julia. Like Julia is not, she's not like Io Sky in ring. She's good in ring, good. She did not Io Sky. She could be a B right at the gate. A once she puts in more work, like you know. All right, folks. I think that is it for the stream. This is the locked in. Unless she has another issue here. Let's see. Here's a poll. I'll leave Charlotte as an S. I'll leave her as an S. No problem. She's a good wrestler. She's a good wrestler. She's not the athlete that Io Sky is. So right at the gate, B. Right at the gate, B. More work, A. And then S if she really like, you know, really shows out. But B right at the gate for sure. And she can get to A easily with some more in-ring stuff from WWE. All right. Let me screenshot this. Get my final ranking. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Final list posted to Twitter. Do me a favor, like this video, retweet it. Like this tweet. I will talk to you guys later. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you later.